Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today. Cord Cutting 2.0 is seeing rapid growth. Could this mean the death of cable TV providers like Comcast and Spectrum? Internet's always been seen as a safe harbor. Now they're losing subscribers and new players are seeing rapid growth. We'll tell you what's happening. Max is adding a DVR for its live sports. Currently free, you can watch through Max sports from TNT, TBS, and True TV. Eventually that's going to be behind a paywall, but they're adding a DVR to make it easier to do. And Apple TV may have found more sports to air. They've been trying to expand their sports lineup to make their new Apple TV Plus streaming service more attractive. Now they may have a deal with FIFA to have exclusive streaming rights for a new event coming up. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. If you want to learn more about any of them, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of television, but still watch the shows you enjoy. With that said, let's dive in. Yesterday, Verizon reported their first quarter earnings for the first 3 months of 2024, and they added 151,000 5G home internet customers, which is really good in a quarter where a lot of people are often not switching around internet providers as much. Now, this comes as both Comcast and Spectrum reported losing subscribers in the fourth quarter of 2024 and are expected to continue to lose internet subscribers in the fourth quarter of 2023 and are expected to continue to lose subscribers in the fourth quarter of 2024. I apologize for that. Now with this is Cord Cutting 2.0. Cord Cutting 2.0 is the idea that Americans in 1.0 canceled television to move to new options. Now there are finally new options for home internet in many areas, and Americans are saying completely goodbye to cable internet, which means goodbye cable television, goodbye cable internet. For years, internet was seen as the safe harbor for Comcast, Spectrum, and others. Yeah, people may be dishing TV, but they still need internet. Well, no longer do they need internet from Comcast or Spectrum. They can get internet from T-Mobile, Verizon, SpaceX, soon Amazon, and other places. We're going to have to be keeping a very close eye on this, but Cord Cutting 2.0 is moving far faster than Cord Cutting 1.0. 151,000 may not seem like a lot, but it really is when you break down the fact that every major cable TV company last quarter lost subscribers and is expected to continue to lose subscribers in 2025 and 2024. All right, let's keep moving along. Max announced a bunch of new features that have been rolled out over the last few months, and one of the newest features here is a DVR for live sports events. Max has been working very hard to use live sports to grow its streaming service. One of the big complaints was you couldn't pause, rewind, and see a big moment whenever you wanted, or pause your sporting game, go to the bathroom, come back, and pick it up. Well, now Max has a new DVR-like feature that allows you to pause, rewind, and fast forward live events, as you would if you were watching it through YouTube TV, Hulu, Plus Live TV, and the other similar services. We'll have to keep a very close eye on this, but other things been added was Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos to live events. That was added back in February. In-app sports schedules, which allows you to look ahead to see upcoming sporting events, and other features as sports becomes an increasingly important part of Max to attract new subscribers. Now this fall they will also have an add-on to allow you to watch up to 14 or 16 live sporting channels in a joint partnership that will include ESPN, FS1, True TV, TBS, and others from sporting events there for extra money. All right, the New York Times is reporting that Apple TV Plus may be the new home of a new FIFA World Cup style tournament. Coming up next summer, there will be a new FIFA World Cup tournament here in the United States, and apparently Apple TV Plus will be the new streaming provider if what the New York Times report comes true. Now, with this originally, the FIFA wanted $4 billion, but Apple is reportedly offering about $1 billion, and that seems to be what they're going to get. And this will make, if you want to watch this new FIFA tournament, you have to get Apple TV Plus, helping push subscribers to that service, helping grow it. Apple TV Plus has been working very hard to get more sports. Now, most famously here in the United States, they were trying to get a partnership with the Pac-12. Well, the Pac-12 imploded, so that never happened. They're also reportedly interested in a deal with NBA. NBA's next TV rights are now starting negotiations, and it's reported that Apple will be interested in bidding for them against YouTube and Amazon and other places to be able to offer a selection of weekly shows, much like how Amazon has Thursday Night NFL Football. We'll keep a close eye on this, but don't count Apple TV out. Apple seems to be very dedicated to spending money to grow that service. We'll let you know what we find out with it. All right, I get a lot of questions about T-Mobile 5G home internet. Recently, there was some news about its 1.2 terabyte data soft cap. Now, we broke down everything you need to know about its new data cap. Does it have a data cap? How does it work? And in short, no, it does not have a data cap. But if you go over 1.2 terabytes of data, they do reserve the right, if the network becomes congested, to slow you down first to help the network. Now, it does not necessarily mean you will, but T-Mobile 5G home internet has changed some of its policies. We have a full breakdown of everything happening with that down below. But again, 1.2 terabytes is the new soft limit. Every month that resets, unlike a hard data cap where they'll charge you more or cut you off, T-Mobile just says, hey, we may slow you down so the network can deal with high congestion and during high capacity periods. Each month that number will roll over back to 0, and you'll get 100% speed again until you hit 1.2 terabytes of data. You may, if you're a 5G home internet customer from T-Mobile, you may have gotten an email about this. That was just a warning this policy is being put in place. It does not mean you've been necessarily impacted by that. All right, let's keep moving along. Tubi now has 14 live reality television channels. Tubi is a growing number of live TV channels, including Court TV, Warner Brothers, and program from Warner Brothers, Noisy, and so many others out there. Tubi is becoming a very large provider of free and live television. If you want to see all the channels they now have in their reality television category, check out the story down below. James did a great job breaking them all down. A few quick notes here. Starting off, I'm going to be gone tomorrow. I'm traveling, but I'll have a pre-recorded video. Don't worry, I have something special that I think you will really like in the style of our cord cutting today videos. But I won't have breaking news from the past 24 hours tomorrow when you watch this. I will be gone on Tuesday and Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, back on Friday. I have to remember I record the night before. Back on Friday for another cord cutting today, and then back to our regular schedule. I do apologize about this change. I try very hard to limit any absences here to the bare minimum. This one is one of those. It's a family thing, and family is something I want to be paying more attention to in 2024. So I appreciate your support. Question of the day. If you have a question for me, leave me a comment and let me know. Start off with something like a question for Luke. Two things. I did see a comment that asked, do I really care what people think? Yes, I do read all comments that come in, even if I don't comment on them. If I ask you a question, I am generally interested. Your comments, your feedbacks help us direct our news coverage. If you have a lot of questions, often those ends up becoming a Ask Luke segment, like does T-Mobile have a data cap for its 5G home internet? So keep that in mind. We do appreciate all feedback. I do read them. I do my best to pay attention, even if I'm not commenting. So if you have a question, leave a comment. Start off with a question for Luke. Question of the day today: what is happening with Netflix? I had a lot of questions about this because Netflix is no longer reporting their upcoming subscriber numbers starting next year. Now, they will continue to report subscriber numbers for the rest of 2024, but in 2025, they will no longer do that. So what does that mean? In short, not a whole lot. What's really happening here is the maturing of cord cutting. Many streaming services, I suspect, will start doing this. For years, while streaming services lost money, they pushed, hey, look, we added 5 million new subscribers in the last 3 months. That allowed us to say, hey, see, we're on our path to becoming profitable. Now, instead, though, we're seeing them say, hey, we're actually going to focus on that profitability aspect for our investors because it's unrealistic for us to continue to add 5 million new subscribers every month with that. I think this is just a maturing of the market where profit is important. Investors at some point are going to say, hey, we've been dropping billions of dollars into streaming across multiple services. At some point, we want to see a return on investment on that. And I think that's where we are in cord cutting. If you want to know more about where cord cutting is as a whole, I'll talk about that tomorrow. But don't be afraid. I think this is just a natural progression that these earnings reports are for investors, not for you and me. And that's why they're shifting focus to promote their revenue versus just subscriber numbers, because that is actually a better gauge of how the company is doing. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back again real soon with another video.